Hello and welcome to YouTube and a brand new episode of Ollie JHN. Today I'm going to be talking about what's happened to our world. So on the agenda, Trump, Kim Jong-un, and of course, extremism. Anyway, I better be getting back to that new set. See you in a sec. So there you go, welcome to the brand new set of Ollie JHN, and it's a delight to be here. And as you can see, it's pretty much there. It's very temporary in real life, but on the screen it does look all right. Let's just quickly introduce you to the set. That is our Ollie JHN sign. That will be there all the time, just to remind you what stupid channel you're watching. Down here we have some lights and I have my mic. And then finally we have this little cupboard here, which is the alcohol cupboard. So anytime I have a guest on the show, which is that seat there, they will be sitting there, I'll open this little cupboard up. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the world. The fact is, what is actually happening to our world? That is the question I'm going to be trying to answer. Are we seeing another world war with the huge rise in terrorism recently? But not just terrorism. Let's look at the world leaders at the moment, because we have Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump head to head, face to face. We're talking serious world leaders that are acting like a bunch of kids. Do we have a reason to be worried? Okay, so from my point of view, we certainly do, but there's a big but. We always have the right to be worried. That's because danger is always round the corner. It depends how the world or us individually deal with it. So let's take it from an individual point of view for the second. If I walked outside and I didn't look when I was crossing the road, I could get hit by a car. That is individually taking sense of our own danger. However, on a global scale, it's a lot harder. I can't stop Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un, for such a confusing name to keep saying, from fighting. I'm not saying let's all try and stop the two. The point is, we elected them as leaders. America did elect Trump. Was this foreseen? We did know Trump was quite a confrontational kind of guy. So by electing him, have we sort of asked for this ourselves? So technically, are the individuals to blame for what is going on at the moment? Well, some would say no, because it's Kim Jong-un that's the problem, and he wasn't elected. It's all passed down. Now, of course, no side is right. North Korea is certainly the worst in the situation. However, at the same time, is Trump biting back a little bit too much, knowing that this guy is capable of pretty much doing anything because he doesn't care? This is a guy we're talking about that killed his family just so he could be in power. This is a guy that's testing nukes. This is a guy that's firing missiles for the fun of it. Now, terrorism seems to have certainly picked up in the last year with a brand new technique as such, with the rundowns with the cars. My heart does go out to anyone that was affected by any of these instances, including Manchester, including the London ones, and not to forget Barcelona more recently, and of course the American shooting. Some people say you have a date on your head. When you're born in this world, you have a date on there, and when that date comes, that's the end of it. It's how it works. Others just believe that if you stop it, it's not going to happen. Now, there's all sort of views on it. The point is, none of this should be happening, however you look at it. Just to make it so clear, the point of terrorism is to install terror. It's not actually technically to kill people. They're only killing people to get an answer out of it. So the people that sit indoors and are scared to go out, technically you're losing to them, because by not going out, you are scared. That was what they planned to do. Now, of course, it's all personal here, because if you've been personally affected by one of those events, you're going to be a lot more hard hit. Let's just quickly link this all now into a historical term. Now, we've had World War I, we've had World War II. Is this technically a new age, a World War III as such? And now lots of people think World War III will be between America and North Korea. A few nukes drop, that's the end of it. However, have we already seen World War III with all these terror attacks in the last year? In a modern world, is this what we're expecting? Let's just take a little look now at the UK's intelligence system. A lot of people are blaming, of course, politics. It always comes into it that police cuts aren't helping. However, a policeman on the street isn't going to stop a terrorist attack. What can stop a terrorist attack is our intelligence, and the UK's intelligence is one of the best in the world. So we do have to thank the guys working behind the scenes that are stopping thousands of attacks each year. Should we be scared? The answer is no. There's always in the world going to be an event. There's always going to be a worry that something will happen. For example, if we look back to 9/11, after that plane hit into that building, probably a worldwide worry was that it was going to happen again. Fact is that the human race is brilliant at coping. We are so good at pulling together, especially after these times, coming together as a community and being strong. I recently went to Cape Town in South Africa. Now, they have problems on a daily scale. Now, we're looking at maybe a terrorist attack, let's just say once every 3 months, for example. These guys are living through it every day. We've got knife crime, we've got gun crime, we've got pickpocketing, kidnappings, all sorts of horrible events. And the fact is that the CBD in Cape Town is literally a 10-minute drive from slums near as you go to the airport. There's a huge divide. Now, here, if you're poor, you're looked after by the government. If you're rich, you're obviously well done by it. And the majority of us are living enough to survive. In Cape Town, you're either rich or poor, and if you're poor, you don't get help, you can't get anywhere, and you're stuck in this rut. So to summarise, on a whole, the world is going through major problems at the moment with the huge terrorism. America versus Korea, which could be a whole catastrophe. However, if we look at it on a local scale, the UK is pretty well off, and we should be more appreciative because there are thousands and thousands of places in the world that are living on the poverty line in a place where you can't get out of and escape the worst. Thank you very much for listening to this video. If you did like it, then please do give it a like. And if you want to subscribe to Ollie JHN, then do that and you can see more videos. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later, guys.